finding out myself, finding out myself. Power, realize your power, finding out myself, finding out myself.
Go where you wanna go, do what you're gonna do what you wanna do, go where you wanna go. Get on with it, come on, get on with it, come on, get on with it, come on, get on with it. This what I say, what I say. Listen what I say, listen what I say, listen what I say, what I say. Get on with it, come on, get on with it. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. I go left, you go right. Baby, you're gonna be mine. Baby, you looking so fine. Baby, you gonna be mine. Baby, you looking so fine. Baby, you're gonna be mine. Baby, you looking so fine. Baby, you gonna be mine. Baby, you looking so fine. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. I go left, you go right, live it up, dance all night. Go right, live it up, dance on, get on top now.
Woo, we're back again already. Like I ain't done enough. But we got all the tables and all the news here from the VGT Mini Rumble. And as I predicted, as you will see later on, my theory is working a treat. It is working a treat. Did I not say I wanted to produce multiples? And at the moment, I have more than a multiple. I do. And after the mini rumble, DMK-Grand leading the way on 52 points in the total round. On the night, he took 26 points, which was a win. And the fastest lap, I do believe, taking 26 points on the night. Offskis is in second place. He's on 36 points, taking 16 points on the night. DMK Chalk itself was in second, I do believe. He's on 21 points for the night. He finished on 21, yeah. And the total round of 35. Cutler is down in fourth, taking only 9 points on the night. I do believe he messed up the fuel strategy again. He's on 27 points. DMK DK10 is got 10 points for the night. He's on 26 for the total. Ricky J is on 24. He took 14 for the night. Dazzler 67 took 7 points. 19. He's currently sitting in 7th place. 8th place is Waldet, took 18 points. 9th is the Joyce on 16 points. Dakinis is in 10th on 13 points. And O'Crawler on his return taking 12 points. As you can see, Offskis is 16 points off the lead. Chalk is 17 points off the lead. Cutler 25. DK10 26. Then it goes down to Ricky J on 28 points. That is for the one make round in the Grandmaster Series. This is what we open up with in the mini rumble. We did do Blue Moon infield. Like I said earlier on in one of my streams, we're off to Fiji with no chicane. This turned out to be a really good league. Really good. And the driver lead in this league at the moment, as you can see there, is DMK-Grand. So we was rooting for Ricky J as he won out before in the bonus round in the team manufacturers event, but not to be had, unfortunately, as Aldo turned up in the mini and went on a good run here in the minis. It was a really good race, to be said, fighting all the way through the field until Mr. C underfueled himself in the pits. It was unfortunate, to say the least. But that's the mini rumble table. We're just going to head over to the team battle. This is the team event, which I said in one of my streams earlier. I'm after a driver to race for BMW Racing, just to support Aldo in the team event. As you can see in the constructors here, is currently sitting on 51 points on his own at the moment. We have got Cutler leading the Drivers' Championship for TRG VW. He took 25 points on the night and 52 round total. Offskis is in second place. Took 20 points on the night, 40 points total round. DMK Aldo BMW Racing. There was a bit of an incident between himself and Cutler, which turned out in DMK Aldo's favour, which incurred Mr. C with a 10-second time penalty. Although it was 14 seconds, 15 seconds in front, it didn't change the result, but it still incurred a 10-second penalty nonetheless. That was just for coming together. I think Aldo had the overspeed. He was accelerating hard through Nürburgring, the back straight, if you know where I mean, coming around there. Just went to go around the outside for the inside line on Cutler. But there's a slight coming together, which then Aldo went wayward and off the circuit. But he put on an exceptional drive from last place to recover to 5th. Hence the 16 points. He's on 34 points for a round total. Waldy in VW Racing, he is 18 points for the night and 32 points in the standings so far in 4th place. Ricky J is in 5th for Team Subaru. He's on 9 points for the night, 21 on a round total. DMK DK10 for sitting the BMW Racing got 10 points on the night and then 20 points in the standings so far. TLG Joyce for Team AMG. He was racing for Mitsubishi, which it wasn't matched up and compared to what it should have been matched up to, but it was supposed to be on par or be even better than the BMWs at the moment, but it wasn't to be. So they depleted their contract and signed for AMG. So TLG Joyce and AMG take 7 points on the night, 16 points in the standings. Dazzler is Ricky J's teammate. He's there in Subaru in 8th place. He took 8 points on the night, 16 in the standings. We got a freeway tie on 16 points, so it's a freeway tie for 7th. DMK Chalk 12 in the AMG as well, took 16 points on the night. A good run out for the Chalk. He's on 36 points, as is Joyce and Dazzler. The Keenley's there in 10th place. He got 16 points, 13 in the standings. Oh, Crawler on his return, he was on his jolly, so he did miss an opening round. Got 12 points on the night. A good run as well. I do believe it was 4th and 5th for sitting the BMW. The next round is Tokyo East Outer Loop. The manufacturer standings are as follows. VW Racing on 72 points. TRG VW is on 65. BMW Racing on 51. Subaru on 36. Sitting the BMW on 32. And AMG on 32 on their debut. So not a bad all of points for AMG so far. And another new driver leading, well, I say another driver, it's a different driver leading this group as well. The driver's standings is Cutler leading the VGT team battle. Aldo is leading the mini battle, the mini rumble as well. So I've already got 2 different drivers leading 2 different leagues, which you love to see. I do anyway. And this could go anyway, but the races you've just seen, this is the Banshee League, the Group 3s. Offskis is leading this one. He in the RCZ took 26 points on the night. Yes, he did. A good race as well from Offskis. Can't compliment him enough. His racing is brilliant. 51 points round total. Cutler is in second place in the Boston Mustang there, 42 points. Me, myself, and I'm in 3rd place. Might get a nosebleed being up that high. Took 16 points on the night, gives me a round total of 31. Just 1 point ahead of Ricky J in 4th in the Corvette C7, who took 14 points. He's got 30 points for a round total. TRG Joyce in the RCF is on 10 points, 28 points as a round total. Old Crawler in 6th place in the RCL. Peugeot RCZ. That's a Z. Looks like an L, doesn't it? It's meant to be a Z. Weird. Confusing. Old Crawler then, 6th place. 18 points on the night. 26 for a round total. Good all of points on the return. Dazzler 67 in the Evo final. He's got 12 points on the night. 21 points. Waldy and the Chalk and the Keenleys, shall we say, beat Waldy. Beat the Chalk. He's got a big boost up the table. 35. 16 points. She has got a 6-point all over the chalk and a 4-point buffer to hold it. She will be very, very pleased with that, will she not? Yes, she will. Beating out the AMG, beating out the R8 LMS 15. You love it. The Keenly's in 8th, Wold in 9th, Chalk in 10th, 12 and 10 points overall. We do know Waldy had pedal issues and the Chalk was just spinning right round like a record, baby, yeah. So that was it, Interlagos. We are at Catalonia next for the Group 3s. That should be another belting little race. Another tight circuit. Not really much a power circuit. Only for the start-finish straight, I would imagine. But other than that, it should be pretty blessed. No incidents occurred in this event. So that was good. And this is the Samurai League Group 4s, which was another good league. And as you can see, again, another driver leading this race. Chalky 12 is first with the Subaru WRX. He's on 27 points for the night. 53 round total and a good 17-point gap ahead of Oskis in the Toyota 86, who got 18 points on the night. He's got a 36 point. We got a two-way tie for second place, and Cutler as well in the Mustang. Took 16 points due to that fueling mistake. 36 points as well, 17 points off the chalk. DMK DK10 in the BMW M4, 20 points for the night. 34, 19 points off the chalk. Old Crawler in 5th in the RCZ, got 14 points on the night, 25 points final standing. He's 28 points off the top of the table. Ricky J in the Corvette C7 got 12 points for the night, 24 points in a round total. He is on 29 points off Chalky 12. TLG Joyce in the RCF got 10 points for the night, 18 points in the standings so far. Dazzler in the F-Type got 9 points. Is 18 points in the standings so far and 35 points from the chalk. The Keeneys is in 9th place, got 9 points as well. Round total on 16 points, 37 off, and Waldy didn't complete the race due to technical issues. But as you can see, we have got 4 different drivers leading 4 leagues. We'll just go back through. So Chalk is leading the Samurais, the Group 4s. Ofskis is leading the Group 3s. Cutler is leading the team event, and Aldo is leading the mini event. You know, and like I said earlier in my stream in the pre-race, I do like to bring something different. I do like to make it so everybody gets at least a looking at something. 4 leagues, 4 different drivers so far, and we're only 4 weeks in so far of the event, and we're back in the minis this week at Fiji. And we're back in the team event again at Tokyo East Outer Loop, which is going to be somewhat interesting because the Subarus around there are going to be clocking over 200 miles an hour, but only for 5 laps. You can't recharge the battery, so it's only going to be 5 laps. How far will they get in 5 laps? We won't know. The fuel will be an issue. This will be a multiple stop race due to the fuel around this such power circuit of Tokyo East Outer Loop. That straight is long. From the last corner to the first corner, that is long. You're looking, if not 4 laps of fuel in these cars, and we've only got it on 4 and 3. Fuel wear and tyre wear is times 4 and times 3. We turned it down anymore. It won't benefit because we can't run BOP on these cars. That's why they were selected, and they are pretty evenly matched. Apart from the Subaru that run the battery, it'll only run for 5 laps, and it won't re-incur then after that. So then they will go down to even pace with the likes of the BMW, the VWs as well. Then it will come down to driver skill. So unless they bump draft each other around the track, play the game, we won't know. But Cutler leading that one. Who's going to be leading the Grandmaster? Let's find out who's leading the Grandmaster. This is the Grandmaster table. As you can see, Oskis is leading the way. All the points from the Minis, the VGT League, the Group 3s and the Group 4 League, all there. All the points are added up and combined together. And this is what we have. So Oskis is in first place on 163 points. He is 6 points ahead of Cutler, who's got some Ooh, what's that? 43 points ahead of the Chalk, who's only 3 points ahead of DK10 in 4th place. Ricky J's in 5th on 99. Aldo is in 6th on 86 points. TRG Joyce is in 7th on 78. Joint 7th with Woldit on 78 points as well, but he's 8th. O'Crawler is 9th on 75. Dazzler is on 74. And the Keenleys is on 58. So as you can see, DMK-Grand did miss 2 races, the Group 4 and the Group 3s, which I dare say would have boosted, would have been closer up the field than he is right now in the Grandmaster table. But at the moment, 6 points between Oskis and Cutler. I don't know who's going to go. We've got a long way to go yet, so we may never know who's going to come out on top of this one. But there can only be one Grandmaster. Oskis is leading 2 tables right now. Mr. C's leading the table. Chalk's leading the table. Aldo's leading the table. So many weeks to go yet. That is the Grandmaster. They're all your tables. There was only one incident which incurred. It was a very hard decision as well. I had to get second opinions on it because it just looked a bit. Yeah, it was one of them where, like I said, Aldo had the overspeed. Looked like he went to go for the defensive line as Cutler come across. We thought, in hindsight, I would have gone for the switch back and try and gone round the outside and things like that. But it's alright saying that. But it happened. There's another couple of insights that I would like to put in as well to the racers that watch my stream or in these leagues as well. Weaving is becoming a bit of an issue. I'm getting a few comments about constantly weaving down straights. Yeah, weaving to defend your line and weaving to break the draft once or twice, fair enough. But there's a constant weave going on. Constant weaving is not acceptable, so I will be paying attention to those constant weavers. You know, it is racing. We're not carpet makers, shall we say. You know, defend your line, fair enough. Go for the racing line, fair enough. But constant weaving for the length of a straight is not acceptable. So we will be watching that. It will be 10-second time penalty added as well if it does get referred to the stewards and you are found guilty of constant weaving. There's just a few drivers bringing it up. And it is pretty close as well to causing an accident, cutting the nose off another car as well. And the pit lane exit, you are to stay inside the pit lane line when you're exiting the pits, not drive straight out as soon as you gain control of your car. Please stay in the pit lane until you exit the pit lane. Pit lane is the whole of the white strip, not as soon as you gain control and enjoying the track. Stay in the pit lane. And to those being lapped, just pull over in when it's safe and convenient to do so. Would really appreciate it. But yeah, that has been your tables for the Grandmaster. 4 drivers leading 4 championships, and only 1 driver leading 2. That is Oskis. Currently sitting there as a Grandmaster. Will it all change next week? Well, in the next 2 weeks, we get it again. Got to say a big thank you to Duskiver. Tables by Shane Cotton, aka Duskiver. You'll love it. Official sponsor by DM5 Vinyl Designs. Here for the DMK-RC. For the real racers. You love it. You absolutely love it. Just a quick point. New leagues coming up. ACC has set a course of competition for PS5 and PC. We have got ACC League running. That will be running next, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. That is in the DMK events tab. And F1 2022 is crossplay. So we do believe there's an update coming out to make that game crossplay. And it's also run in VR, which looks absolutely totes amazing. So yeah, that league is coming too. Project Cars for PC. Project Cars 2. It is on CD keys for around £6 for the full game. For the there's a certain edition. What is it called? Yeah, there's a limited edition one. I will say limited edition. I forgot what edition it was. But I just purchased it for around £6. The full game on CD keys. Go check it out. It will be good. So yeah, I've been DK10. That has been the news. Peace.
Power. Realize your power. Finding out myself. Finding out myself. Power. Realize your power. Finding out